welcome back to another episode of PodGhost. And on this one, we've got a very interesting woman to speak about.
Yeah, today's show is something very different. Very, very different. It happened really fast, and without even going too much into it, we'd like to welcome on the show German champion, Hijabi superstar, we'd like to call her.
Of course.
The reason why a lot of the sports ruling has changed over the last few years. Welcome to the show, Zaina. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm feeling so good and so comfortable. So thank you guys.
No,
and
honestly,
I'm
we
looking
appreciate your
forward
time.
to be here. So.
You know what, honestly, the pleasure's ours because
Thank
it happened
you.
so fast. We asked you really nicely, we would love to do a podcast with you. And I know with you, it's because English is your second language. It's not your first.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that you still showed us that love and respect, we really appreciate it.
Thank you. But
honestly.
I always love to try something new and
Yes.
to have challenges. So that's why I'm here. So let's do it.
Thank you so much.
That's
So
amazing.
Firstly, how are you finding the UK?
So to be honest, I'm often here and I love this city, London, because here I can train everywhere and I know a lot of boxing clubs.
Yeah.
And since few years I'm fighting for the Repton Boxing Club. So I have also a coach in London. And the boxing federation, it's so different like in Germany. That's why I love to be here and I'm feeling so good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the traffic is so crazy,
my God,
so
yeah.
that's
Don't
what
even
I
get us
really
started.
hate in London.
Here is a completely
And the
different-
weather is,
However, yeah.
The weather recently, to be fair, has been nice.
Recently, it's not too different from Germany, to be honest. though.
Yeah, you're right, you're
I did
right.
think we were in Dubai like for a week.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, wow.
When it was 40 degrees.
Yeah, ridiculous. Wow. So would you say the countries, what would you say is the biggest difference between Germany and the UK? If you were to choose one difference, what would you think is the biggest
To be
difference?
honest, the people are so open here and that's what I love.
Yeah.
So
No,
you
that's
can
nice.
communicate with all peoples and you will always have a good small talk and good conversation and that's what I love.
Oh,
to
that's
new
amazing.
to connect with new people and not to be shy when I
Yes.
say something wrong because I'm speaking in English, they are so happy when you are trying to talk in English
of
and
course,
that's
of
what I
course.
love.
That's
So you
amazing.
don't have to be perfect and that's
No, I'm happy
what
that
is really
we've
good.
made you feel welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny
Thank
because when
you.
we met you first time, we didn't even know you were coming.
Yeah.
You came with Roy. We'll go into that in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when we start talking to you, it's like we knew you for years. You were so comfortable and so open.
course,
And
yeah.
I said it to her. I said, you're so humble for being
Thank
someone
you.
so successful at such a young age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You carry this really nice aura about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what hit me the most, and hence why we asked you to come on.
Thank you so much.
So you know what, Zaina, we want to start off with your whole professional side of things now, which I'm sure is very, very interesting for someone who doesn't know
Yeah.
much about you. When did you start feeling the love for boxing? How old were you when you just thought, you know what, I want to be a boxer?
Yeah. So I was always interested in sport and I played before for a long time basketball and football.
Oh, wow.
And one day I watched with a friend videos on YouTube about women who were boxing. And I was so surprised because I never see that before. And I watched the videos over and over again and decided, okay, that is what I want to do also. And I went to the test training and from this day I loved it.
Wow.
But in the beginning, my parents didn't like it at all because they
No,
thought
yeah,
it's
yeah.
too dangerous.
Of course.
But then I gave them box presentation at home because it was important for me to show
PowerPoint.
them
Yeah.
how it is done and why I like it so much. And then they saw my passion in the sport and gave me permission. And from this day, they are so proud of me. And my mom is still afraid, and she said,
course, yeah,
she
you know.
said every time if they hit me in my face, it feels like they hit her heart, and this is so cute.
that's so
and then
deep.
my father comes and say, no, this is boxing, and you should accept this. So they are really proud of me, and this is a good feeling.
Does she watch your fights? Or is
In
she
the
one of
beginning,
the-
so in
yeah.
the beginning, they all watched my fights.
Yeah.
But now it is a bit harder because I'm trying to fight just international.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And so it's hard for my parents
Of
to
course.
watch it now. But after I came home, we always watched it again on the TV.
recap, yeah.
And this is so crazy because I'm sitting close to them and we are watching the fight, and then they are so scared and said, "Oh my God, what happens on AA?" And
That's
I'm
exactly
saying,
what I was
"Mom,
asking,
Dad,
yeah.
I'm here, I'm good." So it's just, I'm good. So it's so crazy to watch with them my fights.
So you said that you was into basketball first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's weird because I was looking at your Instagram page.
Oh.
And
I know what's coming.
yeah, and I came across a picture and I said to Yazz, I was like, she's met LeBron James.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, how did that? That's amazing.
hard.
First of all,
It's so crazy. I was
Yeah.
playing with him, so it
Wow.
was really, really nice.
Can I ask you a question? How tall is LeBron James?
Oh, too tall. He's so big. It's so crazy. But when he was coming to the room, you should smile. So it's so crazy what power he has. And he was motivate us, all of us. So it's so crazy. It was so nice to meet him.
Was he a
And
nice
he's
guy?
so down to earth.
Oh,
Absolutely. He's so kind and funny. And he was dancing and singing everything. It's so crazy.
I can
And then I was
imagine
coming
vibes.
to him and I was doing like, I want to fight with him. And he was screaming and going back. It was so funny. So I will never forget this moment.
It must have been it must have given you a lot of confidence.
Absolutely. And it's for me a big inspiration, to
course,
keep
of
my
course, yeah.
work. And so I'm so proud that I could meet a lot of inspiring people, because that's what I love, to meet them, to learn, to,
Inspire the
amazing.
new generation.
Absolutely.
So
And then
the-
I can inspire also other peoples after I got this inspiration,
100%.
So, yeah.
So you kind of gain from someone who's people that you looked up to. You're now taking
Absolutely.
that leaf from their book
Yeah.
and implementing in your own life.
Exactly.
That's remarkable, honestly.
That's honestly, that's good. That's what I was going to say. Even how did that even come across? How did you even meet LeBron James?
Good question there.
So I was sponsoring by Nike for 3 years, and so we had a lot of big events, and that's why I'm so thankful that I could meet a lot of people in different sport. And for example, I was trained also Georgia Smith. And after that,
Amazing.
I saw her when she was singing. So it's so crazy, And I was in big spots with LeBron James, Williams, Kaepernick, so a lot of people.
yeah.
And I've met Mbappe, and I was on the stage with Matt Freda, Mo
amazing.
Farah, and so many
Amazing.
different athletes. And this is for me something beautiful, because it's a big inspiration and a motivation, to see where they are and what you can get in achieve in your life. So because at the end we are all human, So it was amazing.
See,
And
me being a football fan, when I saw the pictures of you and Mbappe, I was like, what the
and
hell?
Neymar, I've met him also
met Neymar?
a few weeks ago.
Who do you like more as a footballer?
So it's hard to say, because to be honest, I was talking with Mbappe, so that's why I
Liked
was
him.
feeling
You
more
interacted with him
comfortable.
more, yeah,
And
of course.
and I'm so surprised how young he is.
Yeah.
He's younger than me, And it's crazy to
Yeah, but
see
he
that
must
you
have
can be
seen-
so successful in this age,
of course, yeah.
and so talented in the sport. So and I was also trying to fight with him, and he was also laughing, and it's.
So that's now
I really
LeBron
like
James
him.
and Mbappe who's
Should
back.
we fight both of them? That's it, yeah.
I want to fight with everybody,
Just don't fight us. We're good people.
Yeah, exactly, please.
I'm a lot older than you guys, so respect me. I'm more the
Yeah.
uncle here.
Nah.
But sister, obviously going into the whole side of boxing now, when you first started to obviously get into boxing, were you put off? Was there a lot of pressure on you where you were thinking, if I do this, I'll get a backlash from other Islamic society or something like that? Did you feel that pressure, or did you just think, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to make sure everyone accepts me for who I am?
When I was starting with boxing, I was 13 years old. So I was not thinking about people who will not like what I'm doing. I was thinking, oh, boxing, this is cool. Okay, let me do it. And I was doing it. And after 1 year, my coach came to me and she said, okay, you are ready. And I said, for what? And she said, for a fight. And because usually it was not my goal to participate for the fight. I just wanted to try something new. But because she saw my development in this year, she said, yeah, we are ready, let's do it. And I said, okay, why not? And then she told me, oh, but first we have to change something because in Germany it is not allowed to fight with your hijab because you have rules.
Of course, yeah.
And I think nobody earlier was coming with the hijab, so that's why they have rules, you know. So I was the first one. But I said, oh, I can't do it. I have to fight with my hijab and with the long sleeve and with the tight. So 2013, we changed the rules in Germany, and from this day, all women who's wearing a hijab could fight and participate for the fight. Wow. So then I was starting, and I got 6 times Berlin championship because I'm from Berlin. And 2018, I was German champion. And after that, I was nominated for the European championship, but in Russia, but it was not allowed to fight international. So everything was starting from the beginning. And this was really hard for me because at the end, it's about the performance.
Of course.
It's about your sport performance. It's not important how you look, where do you from, and which language you speak.
Of course, it's your talent.
So that's why I was not understanding why I could not participate. And a lot of people told me, oh, you have to make a decision, boxing or your religion. And I said, no, I will do both of them. And you will see I will get it. Because I'm really ambitious. And when I have something in my head, I'm doing everything to achieve this. And and then a few years ago, we made this topic
viral.
Yeah,
it became really big.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I became every day more and more messages. And because of this, 2019, we changed the rules around the world, my team and I.
Well,
so
that's honestly mind
now,
you know that.
now every woman who is wearing a hijab can fight. And this makes me so proud because I told you it's about the performance.
Of course.
But to see that we have right now the option to participate and to be the best in our weight class, this is something amazing. So I'm really proud that I was the reason why the rules were changed. And
so basically, you're in the history books now, guys. Yeah. So give some respect to Zeina now. She's actually the reason why. Just to break it down, the reason why hijabs are now allowed in sport, especially boxing, because that's the sport she's in. It's because of yourself, and that is just so amazing.
Thank you.
Honestly, when she was speaking, I got goosebumps all over when she said that because of me. They're allowed to wear it.
Yeah.
It's like, not even, like she said, not just in Germany, but internationally.
Yeah, and now I got a lot of messages from different people, from different countries, who are asking me how I was changing it, because now they also want to change some rules in different sports.
Yes.
So this is something beautiful, because at the end we have to support each other, and especially in sport, we know how hard it is, especially as a woman. So I'm really proud that I had the power to change something, to do something, and right now to motivate other people. So when I get a message from a kid who was starting because of me with boxing or something else, it makes me so happy, because through my sport I got a lot of confidence, and this is so important why I want to share it with the people, why I want to share my experience. Because when you have a self-confidence, then you can make your own decisions, and this is something important in your life, to make your own decisions.
100%.
Especially as a woman.
Yeah.
And
no, that's exactly what I was going to say as well, that, you know, honestly, you gave a lot of women that motivation, I'd say, and even that stepping stone to now even feel like, because you know some people that were wearing, some women that were wearing the hijabs, they always feel like they get stereotyped, and you know, they feel like they can't do certain things, like for example, like you were saying, they can't enter certain sports and certain events because of their religious beliefs. And that's not the way that they should be made to feel. You know, just because they wear a hijab, they shouldn't not be allowed to do certain things in anything, really. It's like even my own sister, she wears a hijab, and she's told me her own personal experience sometimes as well, without going into details, that she's felt like she's been judged in certain ways, and she feels like just because of where she's been or what she wants to do, and because she wears a hijab, she's not allowed to do it, or she can't do it. And you know, alhamdulillah, she wears it for her own sake and for the sake of Allah. But for the fact of that, you've got someone like, well, like I said, first I thought it was just Germany, but like you said, it's international.
It's worldwide now.
It's worldwide, and you, like you said, you've gone on to getting the biggest brand in the world, Nike, to make the Pro Hijab.
Yeah, so we introduced the Nike Pro Hijab, and I was the face of this with 2 other girls around the world, and this was something so big, you know, and the first step to the right way. So I was so proud. But right now I'm not with Nike, so I'm working with Under Armour. And so let's see what happens. One day maybe I will have my own brand. Let's see.
100%.
And one thing is, because you told me this with your sister and her experience. So now I'm trying to share my experience, because of course this sport gave me a lot of confidence, and after I was publishing everything, I also got negative comments on the social media. And in the beginning I was really sad, because I was so young. I was 15 years old, and I got a lot of bad comments, and I didn't understand it. I really didn't understand it. But with the time I learned how I can use it, and how I can find a good way for me. And that's what I want to share today with the people, to show them, hey, you are not alone. I also got a lot of bad comments, but I will show you how I handle it out, you know. And so I was starting to publish my comments on Instagram, for example, to show the people you are not alone. I also got something like this.
Yes.
But it is important to stay positive and not to lose your focus. Even when you get something not good, you will. So if you have a dream, you have to keep going to concentrate for your bad comments. And sometimes I ignore this, and sometimes I see as a motivation, and I think, okay, you don't like it, so I will keep my work, because you will not like it. That's but honestly amazing, I will got my goals. And
so
this
you
is
use the
important
negative energy and you turn it into
positive
energy.
Absolutely.
That's remarkable.
So because I'm focused, and I have to, and I'm always say everybody is welcome to go with me, to go with me. So my way, you know, to supporting me. But I don't want to have someone who is trying to keeping me down. So that's not what I mean. So everybody who wants to support me is welcome. But
no, of course,
so I'm just trying to stay focused and positive, and
just staying in your own lane and doing what you do best. So, you know, on your boxing side of things now, a lot of people would love to know, what is the next step for you? As in, professionally, are you looking to fight now, like you mentioned, international? You want to start showing more, maybe having more shows around the world now, and fighting people from different countries, and just going up that level now. Is that something you're planning to do the next couple of years?
Yeah, so I want to compete in more international fights, because I need this experience to develop my skills.
Of course. So that's where you want to go on to in the next couple of years, do international fights, and then hopefully move on to a whole different, you know, sector of boxing. Because once you become like world champion and you start doing things, other doors open.
Absolutely. So my biggest goal in boxing is to participate for the Olympic Games. Oh, wow. And that's what I want to try, to have the best performance, to be part of this.
So just to make us understand it more, I don't understand it obviously like yourself. So is that where you get picked by your country to fight for the country?
Yeah, so right now I'm fighting for the national team, for Germany national team. And when I participate for this, I will fight for Germany, of course, in this name, for this name,
For this name, of course,
that's fine. That's understandable. Yeah. So once you obviously fight for Germany, is that where you would want to stay, as in you're a German resident, but you're also Lebanese?
Right. So for me, I was born in Germany, in Berlin, and then I started with boxing and with everything. So I don't know if I would born in Lebanon if I would start with boxing, you know.
Course, yeah.
So I was going to school in Germany and everything. My university is in Germany. So someday they asked me from Lebanon if I want to box for the country, but the federation in Germany is much better, and I'm living there, and I was growing up there.
You have a connection with Germany.
But
Born and bred there,
and this is my home. But at the same time, it's also my home to be in Lebanon because my big family is from there, and that's why I really love every year to go with my sister for vacation and to visit my family in Lebanon because it's another culture, and I'm so thankful that we grew up with two cultures, the German and Lebanese culture. Yeah. And I'm also so proud that I can speak and read and write Arabic. So this is something so beautiful. I remember my parents, they took us to an Arabic school in Berlin. Yep. And every day we had a normal school in Germany, in German, and Saturday and Sunday we had Arabic school. And I was always, no, I don't want to go every day to school, course, you know. And I was young, and today I'm so happy that
they did that.
Because now I can speak and write and text. You know, I love my country, and
well, to be honest, I think I'm a bit Lebanese as well because I eat
Lebanese
the food regularly. So I think I'm a bit Lebanese
I think I'm a daddy in Lebanese, mate.
Lebanese food is done. I think you're more like a Pakistani, and I think that's how it is with you. You might roti salan you. So you know, on the real, it's I noticed with your stuff. Obviously, we met you with Roy.
Yeah.
And I want to go into that. How was that for you to meet someone as iconic as Roy Jones Jr. and to be under his wing now?
Yeah.
When we spoke to him, he was so happy to work with you. He was very excited.
He was, saying that she's amazing.
It's a big honor.
He was telling us everything about you, like,
oh yeah,
she's amazing to work with, and her boxing skills that she's got, and everything, innit?
Yeah. So how was it for you to be now under a wing of someone so iconic, someone legend. Literally a legend?
Big legend. So for me, it is so crazy. Until yet, I can't believe it that I've met him. So I've met him in Lausanne the first time. It was on a PR event, and there we have talked a lot because I also started to play basketball in young age as well. And then he told me that he was playing also basketball and the same day he has a basketball match, and in the evening he has a boxing fight. Wow. So this is so crazy because to my time when I was starting, I had every week a basketball match or a boxing fight, but not the same thing on the day. So this is so crazy, and I loved him to meet him because he also can explain boxing so easy, and at the end it's about details, but it changed everything in boxing.
Oh yes,
you know,
smaller things.
And I'm so thankful that he's teaching me in this and also in life. So he's so special for me.
But so that's how you met him. But how did he come about of becoming your trainer?
So because we traveled a lot, and every time when he was there in the same place like me, he was showing me a lot of things in boxing, and I was ready to learn it because it's a big honor for me.
Of course.
And then we start to do it every time when we were in a different country. And he watched also my fight in Istanbul for the World Championship.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh,
he could see my fight, and it means a lot to me to get new stuff from the legend, you know.
Yeah,
he's for me a big legend, and he's so kind and so friendly and
lovely,
so funny. It's so crazy. I'm always laughing when I'm with him. So I'm really thankful.
Him even being at your boxing match and watching it and then deciding to work with you, that itself shows how good you must be.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to lie, Yazz, when we saw her some of your training videos.
Oh yes,
the speed you've got.
Yeah.
I mean, you showed me your videos, and at the time I just saw some of the especially the one where you got the focus with catching the ball.
Yeah.
And it
so
looks very
important.
easy. So guys, if you haven't checked out Zaina's Instagram page, make sure you do. The link will be in the caption below. So I saw some of the videos you were doing, and the way you were just focused on that ball, whenever it dropped, you caught it, and I could never do that. I know myself. And
have you seen the tennis ball one as well?
Yeah, that's
the one.
That's
the one.
So make sure you guys check out all the videos. Saying his sister, moving on from a bit.
Just one thing about Roy. Do you know what I really love? That he's ready to teach everybody, and he wants to show everybody a lot of boxing stuff, and that's what I really love, because he's so down to earth and a lovely person, and I'm so thankful that I can learn from the biggest legend.
That's absolutely
Roy,
amazing.
you got a fan here, mate.
Roy,
honestly, enjoyed it. You know what, sister? Even with Roy, even when we met him, we felt the same as what you felt. He's so humble and down to earth, and the way he was just joking, laughing, and
I know, like he's a boxer and he's got a legend, but honestly, the way he was speaking to us, he was like you can tell boxing is like life.
That's what I mean. Absolutely.
Well, he ain't gone that far for no reason. It was obviously because of the love that he had for the sport.
Yeah.
And moving away from Roy, I want to speak more about you being a role model.
Yeah.
Because you, for so many young girls around the world now, you're that pinnacle figure now. We want to be like Zaina. We want to go boxing. We want to be on the biggest stage with Nike and be seen with the likes of Mbappe and LeBron James. Do you sometimes feel the pressure? Sometimes do you feel like, I want to be able to do what I want, go where I want, speak how I want? Because now you're always in the limelight.
Yeah.
And you've got that extra pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe other people don't.
To be honest, not at all, because since a couple of years, I have and take care a lot to my community, and that's the reason why I keep going my way.
No,
you cherish that pressure, don't you? You love it.
Absolutely. It makes me so happy, and it gives me a lot to share my experience, and it's an unbelievable moment when someone is coming to me on the street in Berlin every day and talks with me and asking me for a picture. So it makes something, it's so special for me.
Good,
because this is for me a big motivation, and I can see, okay, everything what I'm doing it right, because I motivate other people. And every day I got so many messages, not only from women, from men, from young kids, from everything, from everywhere.
Yeah.
They saw just my story, what I'm sharing, and then I'm always talking about my training, and I'm trying to motivate the people, and saying, hey, I'm on the way to my second training. I hope you was doing your sport today. And every day I got messages from people who are saying, oh, I see you are on the way to your second training, and I'm still at home on my bed, so I have to get ready to go to the gym just because of you. And this makes me so happy.
Amazing.
You're motivating a lot of young people
absolutely.
around the world.
So I don't have a pressure. It's something beautiful.
Yeah, it's gonna say that some young girls, they might feel like because before Zaina came about, they must have felt like, I can't do this boxing, or I can't do this event because I have to wear a scarf, and sometimes that might mess with especially at a young age, it might start messing with their mental health. They might start making them feel like, I don't want to wear it, and maybe I should take it off.
Yeah.
But you've given them that motivation and made them feel empowered. to
and
wear a hijab.
I want to show them that everything is possible when you are fighting for this. So of course nothing is easy in your life. But this is life, and you have to fight if you have something what you really want to get it. You know?
You got to show how badly you want it.
Absolutely. And so that's what I want to achieve, to show the people everything is possible in life. But you have to believe in this.
Because she's changed international rules. Like you said, she's gone down in history.
Yeah.
History. It's actually, even speaking about what you just said now, being someone who can change the world, if God's given you that power now, for example, the power you have, how you use it is up to you.
Yeah.
Famous people and people that have got a following, it isn't always about you. It's the way God's blessed you with a talent. And that on top of the talent, he's given you the blessing of being known. So it gives you a really strong position. Now, how you use that position is totally up to you, because a lot of people will abuse that position they're in, and start making people go the wrong way, start promoting the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
But when you've been given that amazing, the talent you have, the amazing way you've moved on from it, and you can literally change a generation just from your mouth and just from what you write and how you speak. So that's why, the way you've spoken about you inspiring the youth is something that I think is very beautiful. And
she literally will be like a role model for a lot of young women. Literally, you know. Honestly.
And that's why when I first spoke to you, I was taken back. Honestly, I was telling him on the way home.
He was, yeah.
I was telling Seth, I go, to be so young and to have so much, you've seen so much amazing stuff. Like you just said, you've shared the stage with the biggest people. Like, for an example, growing up, we used to love Nike. I still love Nike.
Yeah.
You had a whole campaign around yourself with the black and white adverts, and that's something that you dream of as a child. I'd retire from it after the Nike advert. I'm done.
I'm done, yeah.
Nike have got me. And that sort of stuff, you know, for you to be there and still be so down to earth and humble is absolutely beautiful to see.
Yeah, so I will never forget where I started and where I'm from.
You've come from, yeah, of course.
You know, so this is important why I want to be so close to my fans, to show them you can also get everything what you want in your life, but you have to fight. But I'm not different, so I'm like you, I'm a human, but with goals, with a dream, with a big dream, and I follow my dreams. So that's what I want to show them it is possible, but you have to do something for this. And because you said something about faith, so for me it is so important to trust in God, because this gives to faith in something gives me a daily routine, and it helps me to be disciplined.
Is that your belief in is that your views on your faith and how it's helped you
Absolutely.
through your? Because it must be again, you go through bad times as well. Yeah, every human goes through testing times. Yeah, would you say your belief and your faith has pulled you through all of that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think everything has happened for a reason. And even when I have a bad experience in my life, at the end it makes me stronger. And I always believe in God. So I know that whatever happens, it's okay. I'm healthy, so I have to be thankful. And I can go for free to school, so I have to be thankful. You know, because for my parents, it was not easy when they came to Germany in the young age, and I can't believe it. So my mom was 18, 19, 20 years old when she came to Germany. She couldn't speak one word in German, and she was coming because of the war. And she was loved to go to the school, but at this time it was so hard because she had a lot of siblings, and she was the oldest. She's the oldest one, so she should take care of the siblings, and sometimes she should help at home, so she couldn't go to school, you know. So that's why it is so important to be absolutely and to be thankful what we have.
Yeah,
you know.
So that's beautifully
so.
Do you have, sorry, I didn't ask him. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have one sister, big sister, and two brothers.
Yeah. Are they boxers as well?
So, no, but my big brother was starting with MMA, and my little bro with karate. Yeah. But then he started with boxing because of me. Yeah. And I remember at the beginning, my big brother was laughing about me because he thought, oh, boxing, okay, do it, you know.
Yeah.
But today, he is so proud of me, and he asking me if I can train him. He asking me if every week I can train him 2 times.
Wow.
And everything what he needs about sport, he calls me. So he's really so proud of me. It's the same with my sister. And my father was also... he loves boxing, but when I started with boxing, I didn't know that he was also doing this. But at his time, you couldn't go to a boxing club, so he was doing this with his friends. Yep. And my father was so strong, so nobody wanted to fight with him in Lebanon, and he won always through a knockout, you know.
Wow.
So every time when I was coming back from my fight, we talked a lot about boxing, and I was, why you know so much about boxing?
Yeah.
And he told me that he was also doing this when he was younger.
So boxing in your bloodline now?
Yeah, I think so. It's so crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Because your brother's an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
You're into boxing. It's just you're all a family of fighters.
So funny. But nobody was keep it like
consistent.
Me. Yeah.
They just done it for fun or maybe enjoyed it.
Absolutely, just passion. But for me, it was always something more than just passion, you know.
It's a career now, isn't it, for
Absolutely. So I train every day twice, sometimes 3 times in the day. And yeah, my life changed, you know. you have to be disciplined, you have to respect all people around you through your boxing. And for me, boxing fight is about 70% mind and 30% strength. You have to keep your emotions under control and to stay focused. And not to get too many punches to your face, you have to be awake.
Yeah, you know what?
So it's a really beautiful sport, and it's about control. Absolutely.
I was going to say, talking about emotions, I mean, how does it feel? Obviously, you fight all over the place, like even now.
Yeah.
From Germany, you've come over to the UK. How does your family feel about that?
You
know, they must miss you.
Absolutely.
Always going around.
Yeah, so they are really sad when I'm always not at home, but at the same time they are so proud of me because I had the chance to change something, and they know that I'm working really hard, and so we are talking every day. So they are so proud of me that I can, because they know that I love also to travel, because when I travel I can learn so many new cultures and languages and so many people who inspiring me. So this is something beautiful in my life. And so my parents are really proud of me. That's and amazing. Inshallah one day I can give everything back and show them everything what I see. It's important.
Well, you know what, you've gone the right way around it. You're young, you're doing everything properly, and the fact that you speak so highly of your parents.
Thank you.
Amazing. Guys, that's the
because
message.
when they came to Germany, they tried to give us a better life, to show them that we have everything, we have enough, so this is good. But I know how hard it was for my family, and until yet they are trying just to do everything for us. So it's time.
You did it for them.
To change it,
It's natural instinct for parents, isn't it? Even if you're doing so well, they still feel like it's their duty to always provide for the kids.
I've always said this, and it's quite a deep thing, where I've always said that where we have been privileged with, let's say, a British passport or a European passport, and we got a settlement in this country or a country that's privileged, we've got a lot of privileges.
Sure.
Well, someone sacrificed for that. Yeah. Whether it's your father, whether it's your grandfather, whether it's your great-grandfather, someone has sacrificed in the generational tree, as they say. And for you to now benefit from that, you have to be appreciative. Remember, honestly, that your father could done so much to give you a better life.
Yeah,
and in the end, will probably end up losing his life for your kids now to have a great future.
Yeah.
And it's very important for us to appreciate our parents while they're alive, because a lot of people, they have that regret after it's too late. So even if you've got that time now to just say thank you to them and appreciate every sweat that's come off their all over their body, really, just to say thank you to them, because you can never repay them, no matter what we do. Like the way you're saying now, I would love to repay my parents. I can see it in your eyes. You just want to do everything for them and thank you for the love, the affection, the care, and more importantly, in your situation, the belief for a young girl to go around the world and put that trust in their daughter and say, go and live your dream. They probably didn't get that opportunity. So respect to parents.
Man. Honestly,
Thank you.
That is spot on. Honestly, we got to show respect to our parents for everything. Like your dad must be over the moon, and your mum. Like you said, I have to keep mentioning it. She's changed history. I get goosebumps every time I hear it.
It's
crazy to know. It's not just on the way here. Honestly, I was saying to Yazz, she changed the rules in Germany, and then when I heard internationally, I was like, wait, what? That's amazing.
But this was just possible on a team, and this is important to have the right people around you who are supporting you and who looks up to you. This is so important, to be with the good people around you.
A team is everything, as they say, because a lot of people get their inspiration from the people they're around. They say if you chill with bad people, you become a bad person, and that is the truth, regardless of whether you like to admit it. But Zaina, just to wrap it all up, just to say one last thing, we'd like for you to give a message to all your female fans, your male fans, in fact fans around the world. What would you like to say to anyone that's really, really wants to get into the same line of sport, let alone just boxing, in any sport? What would be your final message to your followers and your supporters around the world?
So, stay focused, believe in yourself, and follow your dream.
Wow.
Straight to the point and thinking.
I was thinking, I have so many things in my head, but at the end, this is what I want to share. my favorite slogan is, it helps me in my life. Fighting is not about winning or losing, it's about learning. And you can learn from all situations and grew up and, you know, work for yourself to be a better human. It's about learning. So try everything in your life, not to regret. And I'm thinking, so now I'm still young and I have the power, so I have to use the time, because I don't know what happens tomorrow or next week or next year. So try everything in your life, be a good human, help others, and everything will be fine.
Well, sister, you know what? We just want to say we're so proud of you. And honestly,
thank you so much.
We'll always be able to support you. And now we are going to be fans of your work now as well. So, and honestly, the fact that, guys, away from even speaking to sister here, we actually organised this also last minute. And the fact that you said, you know, I've got a bit of free time, and we obviously loved and we appreciated the fact you gave us the opportunity to speak to you, because you're not from here, you're from Germany. And
don't forget my English. Oh my God.
Oh, it was amazing.
Guys, make sure you leave in the comments below how amazing Zaina's English was. She was a bit reluctant, but she's done an amazing job. And Zaina, thank you so much, my sister. Have a great future. And hopefully, inshallah, maybe a few years down the line, we could do this again. And you can have your belts on the table, and I'll nick one of them and put it on my wall. But thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you. It was
honestly,
amazing.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
So guys, thank you very much for watching another episode of Podghost. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it and anyone else you would like us to bring onto the show.
Guys, make sure before you leave, like, comment, share and subscribe on the channel, and make sure you follow Zaina's amazing journey. It's going to continue on to such an amazing journey. She'll be taking you on her fights, her backstage stuff. Make sure you follow her on Instagram and show her so much love, guys, yeah?
Definitely.
So make sure you take care. Peace out. Love.
Thank you so much.